Hi, I'm Eric Scouten. I'm the head bartender and bar manager here at Port City Royal. I've been bartending for over 14 years. It's my belief that quality ingredients and technique go a long way to making the perfect cocktail. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some quality cocktails using a quality vodka. Snowfox. Friday again, time for another drink with Snowfox. This week we're going to be doing the White Russian, or at least I'm going to be explaining the White Russian. What I'm going to be making for you today is something that I call the Brown Frenchman. So a little bit of a twist on the original. The original is very, very simple. You'd be doing an ounce of Snowfox Vodka with a half ounce of any coffee liqueur. Tia Maria is an example of that, although the more famous for this cocktail is Kahlua. So you'd put those two together with about 4 ounces of milk, pour it into a glass on ice, and serve. Again, we're going to be doing something a little different today. So I'm going to start off with some fresh ground coffee. This is basically a 2-ounce scoop. I'm going to pop that into my shaker. I'm going to take 1.5 ounces of Snowfox Vodka. I'm going to pour it in here with the coffee. Then we're going to take 1 ounce of simple syrup. So what we're doing right now is actually making our own liqueur, but in this case, controlling the amount of sugar and getting a fresher coffee profile. Now, if you really want to push this to its limits, you can actually, once this has been kind of well incorporated together, so I'm going to give it a light shake, you could actually pour it into a coffee filter and allow it to strain through. This does take quite a bit of time, so you can do that if you want. It'll increase the clarity of the liquid. You won't end up with coffee grinds in the cocktail itself. Personally, I love coffee, and I have zero issues with a little bit of coffee grind making its way into my cocktail. So we're going to give this a shake. There's no ice in this. We're just mixing those ingredients together and allowing for the coffee to soak in to the vodka. So it's not quite ready. We're going to shake a little longer. The vodka and simple syrup should start to turn brown. There we go. We're starting to get that brown color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fine mesh strainer and I'm going to pour this liquid through. And allow it to drain off. So now we've got our quick or house-made coffee liqueur. Just gonna throw the rest of those coffee grinds in the garbage. So we're gonna set this off to the side. I don't want the full volume, I just wanted to make sure that I had enough. I'm gonna grab a new shaker. And I'm going to pour 1.5 ounces of this. You can do it in larger or smaller batches. It's completely up to you. Here we go, 1.5 ounces. And I'm going to pour that into my shaker. Now, what makes this French is cognac. So we're going to take 1/2 ounce of cognac. I'm using Monet. Little spill there. We'll add 1/2 ounce of cognac. Cognac is fairly sweet, and we've already added some simple syrup to this mix. So this is going to be a touch on the sweeter side, but it shouldn't be over the top. We don't want it to be super sweet, and the coffee itself is going to add a little bit of bitterness. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our milk. I'm going to do 3 ounces of milk. Two ounces and 1 more to make 3. Now, I really like to have a creamier, fluffier texture in this drink. I am a bit texture obsessed and have been since I was teeny tiny, which I think goes a long way to a lot of these cocktails that I make for people here at Port City Royal. That is a big part of the difference, is that I'm very focused on aroma and texture. So we're gonna take a little bit of whipping cream, a ½ ounce, and we're gonna add it in there. Now, we're gonna do another dry shake. So no ice. This dry shake is going to help incorporate all those ingredients together and also help fluff up, aerate, and kind of whip that whipping cream into a fluffier texture. So now that we've got a nice shake, we're going to add a scoop of ice. Doesn't have to be a big scoop. Just going to add a bit of ice. We're going to shake this again. I like serving them in wine glasses. You can do it in a rocks glass if you'd like, something like this. This does fluff up an awful lot. That's why I like to go with the wine glass. It gives me a little bit more volume to fill. Now, I'm going to add a couple of cubes directly to my wine glass. And then I'm going to filter this again. You can see that nice brown color. It's very aerated and frothy. Give a light shake to get all that froth out. Now, you could use a maraschino cherry for this. You could use a fresh cherry. It's completely up to you. I'm using Jack Rudy bourbon cherries, which are ordered online. I get them brought into the bar. They're really, really tasty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these cherries and a knife. Be very careful doing this. I'm gonna put a small slit in the bottom of the cherry. And there you have the Brown Frenchman, my version of the White Russian. Cheers.